My dad struggled with back pain his entire life. There is a way to get relief, and it's called Teeter, the FitSpine. It is a product that has been changing people's lives since 1981. It just so happens to be the longest running, most well-reviewed fitness product in HSN's history. And today, it's the last show. It's the last show of the visit. Let's start this journey the best way we know how, with a testimonial from somebody who has really found a huge difference by using this.
I was always an active person. I've always been physical. To have that come to a screeching halt was something I really couldn't live with. Physically, mentally, and emotionally, I was totally a grumpy old man. When I got my Teeter, that's when it all changed for me. And the more I worked my back, the more relief my back gave me. And that's when I knew that this machine really works. It's so simple and yet so effective. If it wasn't for the Teeter, I wouldn't be the person I am today. It put the smile back on my face. If I was face to face with Roger Teeter, I would cry like a baby, because what he gave me was my life back. And I thank him. I thank him for that.
You can just tell me in person.
Oh, God. Thank you, sir. I didn't know you were going to be here.
I love my job, and it's because of testimonies like yours. I wrecked my back, and Inversion changed my life. This is not a gimmick. We're not just selling product. We're selling a changed lifestyle.
Yes.
So many people have written off their ability to move freely because of old age. No, it's the long-term effects of gravity combined with lifestyle, posture, and a whole lot of other things. Teeter's a way to fight back against that.
I can't thank you enough.
Jeez, that gives me goosebumps every single time I watch it. That's real, folks. No gimmicks, just a real reaction from somebody that found a huge difference using the Teeter FitSpine. Well, we're going to get started. You just saw the man himself, Mr. Roger Teeter, here tonight. We are thrilled that Roger's daughter, Riley, and also vice president of the company. I'm so happy to see you, Anita.
Yes, thank you. Nice to see you too.
Where should we start? Because I said 1981. That's when the business was founded, right?
Yeah, I was 4, and it started in our house. It started in our garage. My dad had been suffering for years with back pain.
Right.
And he was introduced to Inversion. This isn't a new concept. It's actually been around since 400 BC. It was invented by Hippocrates. And he was introduced to Inversion through the gravity boots. So you strap them on, you have to hoist yourself up. But it was the first time he'd been pain-free in years. And it was such a dramatic difference for him that he knew, he's an engineer, he knew he needed to design something that was better and more people could use. And so he started Teeter in our garage, and it's been 38 years. It's grown steadily from word of mouth. And if you go online, you can see exactly what it is. People start talking about it. It changes their lives. They see the difference. They tell their friends. They loan them out. They don't get them back. They have to buy another one. And it just grew and grew and grew until we're here.
2.5 million sold at this stage, with so many thousands of reviews over the lifetime. We need your help tonight. It means the world to Riley, it means the world to Roger, and it means the world to me and us. If you have a success story, if you have the Teeter FitSpine, or as it was formerly known, Teeter Hang-Ups, please call us and tell us the impact that it's had on your life. Because Riley, when we say that, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes per day can give you that targeted relief.
Real relief.
Real relief.
It's natural, it's non-invasive, and it's real relief. It's not just covering up symptoms like so many options that you have when you have back pain. This is going to the spot, really relieving the pain, and in 3 to 5 minutes. And it's not just for regular back pain. The FDA has registered the Teeter Inversion table for serious conditions, things that really are quite debilitating. Sciatica, that is radiating pain that's down your leg. You can also have, it's a pinched nerve, so you can have pinched nerves all throughout your spine. You can have pain down your shoulder. Spinal degenerative joint disease, that's osteoarthritis. Spinal curvature due to tight muscles. Muscle tension. Herniated disc, I mean, that's a huge one. That is a blowout in your disc. You can have the precursor to that with a bulge disc. This also helps with that. Degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, and muscle spasm. That is a huge list. That is 10 different conditions that this is able to help. And it does so in 4 different ways. This is why it's so effective, is first of all, you are stretching and relaxing muscles. right? That alone is a source of pain.
Yes.
You are naturally realigning your spine. Okay, so first thing we did, you'd have to go to a massage therapist for the muscle relaxation. The other thing we do is realign the spine. That's another appointment, right? Different appointment.
It's starting to add up now,
yes,
the money.
Yes, and you're decompressing the spine. Now that's something totally unique. You can't get that anywhere. You can't stretch. That is where we are elongating the spine, and that is allowing the disc to regenerate. They're getting the moisture that they need because they're avascular. They don't have a blood supply, and they rely on diffusion, which basically means they're little sponges, and they're waiting for the opportunity that you take the weight off to absorb moisture. And when they do that, they get to their full height capacity, as you can see here, and that allows for room for the nerve roots to exit. Because remember what our spine does. Our spine is grand central station of your body. Your brain's up here, and every bit of communication is running down the spinal column. And those nerves have to exit between each of the vertebrae, right? So what happens if this nerve gets pinched?
Right, exactly.
Not only do you feel pain, but the communication's now compromised, right? So when we invert, and again, look, takes 3 to 5 minutes. Why is it so short? Well, when you're laying down, we still have pressure because the muscles and ligaments, they're holding it in background compression. But when we invert, we're using your body weight. The same body weight that's compressive while you're upright is now being used to pull traction. And that means that we elongate, we decompress in just a few minutes, and we're taking the pressure off. We're relieving the pain. It is simple, it is natural, and it is common sense.
Folks, that's why it's always a joy to do these presentations. It works. You know, over the years, over the decade that I've been on HSN and working with Riley and her dad, Roger, and listening to you and hearing the stories, it gets upsetting, it gets emotional. Tears of joy from a lot of folks that call on in, because if you've got pain, if you are struggling every day when you get out of bed, it holds you back, not just physically, but emotionally. It does both things to you. So look, spend some time with us in this hour. This is the last show of the visit. Many folks shop while Riley and Roger are here because only while they are here are the prices so dramatically reduced. Just to give you the heads up on what this is top class, I mean top drawer. One of the very, very finest Teeter FitSpine tables you can buy at the lowest price in America. So typically elsewhere, this would be $450. If you order it today in this last show, it's yours for $330. Of course, we've got the amazing 6 Flex Pay that brings it home for under $55. Everything that you try on HSN has, of course, our returns policy as well. One thing that always attracts me to this model, Riley, is that it is 85% fully assembled, right?
It is. It is 85% pre-assembled. It is so easy to get it home and get it started because we've done all the work for you. I mean, this entire piece here is fully assembled. Just pull it out of the box. It slides right into the bed here, which is also completely fully assembled. The A-frame, entirely assembled. That means the spreader arms are on, the corner feet, the tether strap, all of those are in place. You click them together. The only thing you have to do is the handles here themselves. There are 3 screws and 1 bolt down at the bottom. We give you the tools that you need to do it. And you know what? If you're still worried, we give you a DVD that'll walk you through it. We have a 3D app that you can download that will also walk you through it.
And that's free.
Right, that is free. And it has, we have 2 different apps. One also has great videos. I mean, we take care of you from beginning to end. And with the DVD, you also get 5 healthy back classes. So there's bonuses throughout this.
It's support where you need it.
So you mentioned this is the best table we offer, and it is. So I wanna show you some of the great features that are on this real quick, and then we'll get into bigger detail on them later. So this has got the Easy Reach handle. This is huge. This is something that normally goes into our medical facilities. This is something that's included today. It has micro adjustments. It allows you to not bend over as far to secure the ankles. Again, that was made for doctors, included today. You get the traction handles. These allow you to push on them. Matt actually can, if Matt can show us how the traction handles work. You reach up and you push. And so you can see he doesn't have to go as far because now he's using manual traction. This is giving him a much deeper stretch at a shallower angle.
I see, makes sense.
It's huge. I mean, that is something that even when I am comfortable going to full inversion, I use this because it really gets that lower back, especially if you're using the lumbar bridge at the same time. Because the lumbar bridge here is designed to put, you know, support in the curvature of your back, but if you set it down low, it becomes like a little bumper, right? And it really helps decompress that lower spine and square the hips. Now, if you've ever been to a chiropractor, they lay you down first thing and they like measure your leg length and you think, oh, are legs different lengths? They're not. What happens is your hips get twisted and they're the foundation of your spine. They rotate, your leg length changes, and you know what happens when the foundation of your spine is out of whack?
Go on.
You completely, like you curve to get, because your head has to be even. So your whole back will curve to compensate and get the head to even. So we need to square the hips, and then off of that, the entire spine can realign.
Okay. That's the basics,
folks.
And
then you get the acupressure nodes. And those are like your massage therapist. You put them anywhere here in the track where you've got
good for you.
Where you've got that knot. So if you're somebody like me that sits at a desk and I got the mouse hand, you know, it's always out here in this shoulder, gets a big old knot in it. And you know what? Every night my husband refuses to massage it.
How dare he?
I know. So I get this, and it's lined up all the time on my table to get that spot.
You don't need him anymore. That's what I'm saying, Riley.
That's what he said. That's what he said. Between this and my heating blanket,
you're good to go.
I'm good to go.
There's nothing more. Well, we are already excited to see the response. I know Riley's been here for the past 24 hours or so with a few shows under our belt. A lot of you have been thinking and considering it. Make tonight be your time to do it. The thing is, that discount is only available while you see Roger and Riley here on HSN. At this stage in the game, 21 years later, it's not, you know, could it, would it, should it work? It's yes, it does work. That's why hundreds of reviews, some of which are at the bottom of the screen right now. I read that one earlier, best purchase I have ever made. That really speaks volume. So we know this is top of the line in terms of the table. It's the new 2019 model. We're gonna send your way all the additions, all the extras. Let me ask you though, Riley, the biggest question that I get asked, what if I don't want to go fully upside down? Am I not going to get the benefits?
Well, that is a great question. And the answer is, of course, you're going to get the benefits. You never have to go to full inversion. And one of the reasons is, yes, we added the traction handles. So at a shallower angle, you can get more decompression. So we saw Matt just do that. You only have to go to 20 degrees or so.
There.
This is, you're gonna be amazed because I will tell you, in reading the reviews, you will hear people start off and say, I was scared, I was nervous, I wasn't sure I could do this. You're gonna be amazed at how gentle this is, how easy it is. It is not scary. You know what, why don't I just show, because I'm talking a lot. So first thing you do, set your height. It's in inches and centimeters. 5'7", right there, my height. You can set the preset angle control to any angle you want to go to. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to. I'm advanced.
You're there.
So here you just step in. So this is all marked on here. 1, 2, 3. Set the height, set the angle, lock the ankles. Just close that up. Now, look at that. That's that easy reach handle. That is a huge upgrade that we've included today. You've got the Ergo Embrace ankle wraps. They have a hard outer backing and a soft foam inside. Security, comfort.
Yes. And that's custom to you now.
Oh, yes. This is 3 generations of tooling to get exactly the right fit, the right comfort.
Amazing.
So that's included today. So from here, half my body weight's on one side of the pivot point. Half my body weight's on the other. So strangely enough, our name really is Teeter, and this works just like a teeter-totter.
Made to be, can you imagine?
Made to be. So you can see I'm in complete control just with the weight of my arms, right? The further I rotate, the further the stretch, the deeper the stretch that I get in my back. But if I want to get all the benefits at a shallow angle, right, I just reach up and I push on these handles. And because my ankles are secured and they're not moving, when I push, I'm actually able to manually lengthen my spine. And again, with this lumbar bridge, I am just getting those hips. I'm getting that back. If you have sciatica, that's the pinched nerve down in your lower back. I am just really helping to take all that pressure off on getting the pressure in the disc to at or near zero. Because remember, when we go to bed at night, the muscles and ligaments are holding us in background compression. And that's why, if you picked up a misalignment, you know, as it happens, you pick up something wrong, I don't know, you're brushing your hair. That's what I heard I threw my back up, brushing my hair. I was like,
vigorous brushing going on.
Yes, I don't know what was going on there. But, you know, you feel the tweak and you go, oh my gosh, this is really gonna hurt tomorrow, right? Because your back goes, what is this vertebrae doing over here? This is not supposed to be over here. And the muscles swell up to splint it.
Yeah.
And then you have the muscle spasm, remember on the list from the FDA, muscle spasm, muscle tension. You have tight muscles that are causing the misalignment. All these things that were indicated for happen because that vertebrae is out of alignment. Now you can't get it back into place. But also, even if you just went to bed, right?
Yeah.
You can't get it back into place because of the compression. What happens if you jump on the table right when you feel that thing go out, right when you feel that tweak? You decompress. You naturally realign. Your back wants to be in alignment. The muscles aren't quite swollen and splinting that spot. You can realign the spine. And actually, let me tell you something. This is not just me saying this. This was a study done by the US military. They took our products for 6 years, right? 6
a long time.
years. Yeah, I'm actually headed back to go do training at Fort Bragg in a couple weeks.
Wow.
But what they found is the troops that were inverting as part of basic training were less likely to get compression fatigue injuries. They would go out there running and jumping, twisting with heavy bags, right?
Yeah.
And if they got them back and they used the teeter, they actually used the gravity boots. They have rows of bars.
Amazing.
And it's amazing because there's like a bunch of guys inverting all at the same time. And they invert, and then they're less likely to lose days the next day, right? Because they've realigned, they've rejuvenated their back, and they come back with a bounce in their step and feeling good.
What a testimonial. I mean,
it is
seriously.
huge. I mean, that is, listen, there are 2 major things that you do to your back that really put you out of commission. If we could watch the Knockamson study, because it is shocking, because we know that the running and the jumping, all that repetitive manual work, that effort that we're lifting, but sitting, that's why they're saying sitting is the new smoking, because look at this study. These people permitted a pressure sensor to be surgically implanted in their spine. And so they set a baseline in the standing body position of 100%.
Okay.
And they compared all different body positions to it, right? So the first one they looked at is bending over. We all know you have to be careful. You gotta bend your knees when you're lifted, right? But here's the big deal. When we sit down, the pressure in the spine increases by 50%.
Wow.
Your muscles relax, you dump it onto the spine.
Yeah.
But we never sit in perfect posture, do we? No, we're leaning over the computer.
We're hunching.
Slouching on the couch watching a show. I mean, even in our cars, our shoulders are pulled forward on the steering wheel. So that's your recipe for back pain. But here's really the secret sauce of Teeter and why it works and why you only need to do it for 3 to 5 minutes. It's because when you go to bed at night, there's hundreds of muscles and ligaments. You need hours and hours and hours in bed to decompress your spine because it's actually held in background compression. Because remember, they're like little sponges. They need the pressure to come off to absorb moisture. So this study found that you need to pull traction of about 60% of your body weight to get the pressure in the spine to at or near zero. Now, how are you going to do that? Right? How are you physically going to be able to do that in your own home? Right? This is how you do it. The Teeter table, it is so simple. You set it to your height, you set the angle, you lock your ankles, you rotate, and you let gravity decompress your spine using the same weight that's compressive.
So when am I getting on this? Morning, noon, night?
You should get on it now,
I should get
and
on
then
it
I'll
now.
tell everybody.
In fact, you know what? While Ryder gets it to my height, let's see what some doctors have to say, because there are so many powerful words from some very powerful people. Have a look.
So when you decompress, there is a lengthening of the spine. And by doing so, with a greater disc height, you've got more room for the nerves, there's less compression with the facet joints, and the spine is just much happier.
For the past 53 years, I've been a neurosurgeon with a major interest in chronic pain and dealing with many patients with back pain. Most patients tell me if they use their Teeter inversion table on a regular basis, they simply feel much better. No one has to do anything to you, and I think it's a very natural way to deal with the problem.
I mean, that's huge, right, Riley?
It is. And you know, Dr. Long was the head of neurosurgery at a major prominent university for 35 years. These are significant, I mean, people in their industry that are leading the industry who are seeing what Teeter and inversion can do for your body. So, okay, we set it to your height as we saw before we went.
Yep.
I'm gonna set the angle right here. So you can adjust this to any angle you want to and then lock the ankles. So 1, 2, 3, super easy.
That feels good.
So lean back.
Lean back.
And so I'm just want everybody to see the precision balancing that you have. So you're using your arm weight. If you guys feel like, hey, I don't want to do that, this table actually is upgraded with our large handles. So you can use these handles like training wheels on these ones here, the big ones, to walk yourself down, right? So there you go.
You see instantly, the second it's like your back takes a deep breath. I mean, is that a good way to describe it?
It really is. Okay, so you were asking, how do you use this? When is the best time?
Yes.
So there's 2 different types of users for this product. There are the users, and if we can see the FDA conditions at some point, there's the users that are looking at this situation. They have sciatica, they have spinal degenerative joint disease, they have herniated disc, right? They need to be getting on this more regularly, right? This is something where duration, that's the length on the product, is not as important as frequency.
Right.
Because we're giving the disc the opportunity to get hydrated with the nutrition that they need on a more regular basis. We're not waiting till bedtime to get the pressure off and needing a couple hours because we still have some pressure in the back. We're taking all the pressure off and getting it the relief in 3 to 5 minutes. So you want to give it a couple times. So in the morning, after work, right before bed, that's perfect. And then there's the maintenance people, right?
Okay.
I'm one of the maintenance people. I don't have back pain and I use it once a day. And my preferred time of day is right before bed.
Right before bed?
I mean, I've washed my face, I brushed my teeth, I am going to bed. It's in my bedroom and I invert about 5 minutes because I like to do the stretches. I start with the traction handles. I use my lumbar bridge. And then I do advance to full inversion. I do little neck stretches. And then I come up and I just breathe. I just am at an angle of like this. Well, no, a little bit more than that. And then I have my arms up and I just take some big deep breaths in and out. I relax. And let me tell you something. You get off the table and you just get into bed and your spine is aligned. It is decompressed, so it is relaxed, and you just go, it's like, you know when you go get a massage and you come out of there and you're like, and you're like, why do I gotta get in my car, right? I don't wanna drive home.
Spoil that feeling.
You spoil it. By the time you're halfway home, you're like, you know, that's over. I jump right into bed, and I will tell you, I am asleep before the feeling is gone. It's like
and that's
that
priceless.
fast. It really is.
But I suppose, like for so many of us, it's that hard day at work. It's carrying your newborn baby around on your hip. It's running around after the grandkids. This is going to be that, as Riley just said, that decompression time, that relaxing time before you get into bed. Nighttime, morning, middle of the day, you choose. But remember, one of the biggest misconceptions, 2 misconceptions, is that you have to go fully upside down. You do not. And that you have to spend 20, 30, 40 minutes on this, 3 to 5 minutes to start feeling the benefits. I'm conscious that our time is already kind of running out on us. We are halfway through the presentation already. This is the last show of the visit. Only when you see Roger and Riley here do you know that you are getting the very best pricing anywhere in America. So they've gone all out on this visit. They reduced their top of the line table from $450 down to $330, less than $330. And of course, HSN did its part by putting it on 6 crazy flex pays. So you're gonna be able to get this home and start feeling the difference from day one for under $55. A back pain solution. I mean, let's call it for what it is. It's a back pain solution. There's something inside of us though, Riley, as human beings, we struggle through.
We do.
Why do we do that? Why? When somebody's there saying, this is going to help.
Yeah.
Why do we deny ourselves?
I don't know, because that is what the reviewers say again and again is, I waited, I can't believe I waited so long.
Yeah.
I spent years struggling when I could have had relief.
Right.
And it is a shame, because I think we do tend to do that. But you know what, when you think about it, when you have back pain, it's not just you. You're thinking, oh, I don't want to spend the money on me.
Right.
But trust me, your whole family is going, I'm sick of him being so grumpy. They're, they're in pain. You impact everybody when you say, no, I can't go because my back hurts. Or worse yet, your back actually feels good, but you're worried whatever it's gonna do is gonna make it feel bad.
Yes.
So you're always out of whatever everybody else is doing. And that's not fair, that's not right, and it's a small change. I hope you saw the beginning, Horace, his life-changing story. Those are the things that we hear all the time. I will tell you, I was not gonna work for the family business. My mom begged me to come in. I mean, I grew up with it. It was in our house. I was like, oh, And so my mom said, please come in after I graduated, and I took a call, and I was going to school for psychology.
Right.
I just graduated, and I took a call from a guy who was crying. And I went, there's no more people that I could help than staying here and doing this.
That was powerful for you.
I got off, and I was crying, I was shaking, I was like,
this is it. I found my calling.
Yeah, that was 18 years ago. So, I mean, it's really heartwarming.
And I want to really extend an invitation to anybody watching out there. We all have to come together. When we find something that works for us and that helps us, we have to share that with other people. There are too many people sat at home right now thinking, I don't know, maybe I won't do it because it probably won't work for me. If you have a Teeter table and it has worked for you, you gotta call us and tell us about it. Good products, good brands, good people, they deserve to do well. This is all three. Call us on 1-866-376-8255, our phone number at the bottom of the screen. Your words are powerful, more powerful than mine or Riley's or Matt's. Your words are the most powerful. If we find something that's good, we have to share it. Riley just said about saying no. How many of us live day in and day out and we say no, I can't do this, I shouldn't do this, I won't do that. Let's start saying yes. Yes, right. I can do this. In fact, let's right now, where is Roger? Where is Riley's dad?
I know.
He's 80 years old?
Yes.
Isn't he? Here's video of him water skiing, but now he's also skiing. Yeah,
he'd been doing the shows this weekend, but he had a snow skiing trip, so he couldn't stay.
Of course he did.
He's off snow skiing. And you know what? I mean, it's really him hanging out with my kids that gets me, because watching him being able to play with my boys, like he taught him how to water ski. He got in the lake with his skis on and got him standing up on his skis out there.
Amazing.
I mean, it truly is amazing to see the activity. And I will tell you, the guy who he's skiing with, his buddy, is 20 years younger than him. Like, my dad is hanging out with these young guys because nobody can keep up with them, right? I mean, it's very cool. It's very cool. Oh, can we actually show the aging spine? Because that is exactly the difference.
The aging spine.
It's not just back pain, right? Back pain is what stops us.
Yeah.
But what keeps us going as we age is maintaining a healthy spine.
Okay.
So we know that as we age, we lose height.
Right.
You've seen it in your grandma, you've seen it in your grandpa, and it results in a loss of figure. You can see when he lost height, his figure changed because a column of clay, you pat it down, it's gotta go somewhere, bulges out in the center. But the big difference is that because the vertebrae are closer together and the discs are thinner, we've lost mobility.
Right.
We've lost our range of motion, and that is when we go, I don't have the movement and the flexibility that I once did. Now, you're never gonna maintain it 100%, right? That is just not gonna happen. Not the same way that most miracle creams are not gonna maintain you looking 20, right? What? I know.
That's where I'm going wrong.
So, but it's gonna hold it back. It's gonna make a huge difference. I mean, you look at my dad who's 80 and he's snow skiing. You look at, we had a caller earlier, 77. I mean, this is something where you're using it, it makes a difference. It's like brushing your teeth. You maintain the health of your spine. Later, we're gonna hear from Dr. Tons, who talks just about this. Keep those discs hydrated, right? When they get thin and you get that degenerative disc disease that we saw on the FDA list, you get those types of conditions that are impacting your disc, you get pain, you get loss of mobility. It's, you know what, why people have multiple conditions on that list? I mean, very rarely does somebody say, oh, I just have the herniated disc. You have the muscle tension, the muscle spasm, the herniated disc, the pinched nerve. All of them go together because they're all work together.
Well, you just mentioned Dr. Tons. I know we have him standing by. Let's listen what he has to say, and then we'll get into why this is the best one to buy in the world today. Stay with us.
The discs that sit here are like shock absorbers we have on the car. So when you get up in the morning, you may be 6'1". When you go to bed at night, you're actually about 6'1½". You lose 1/4 to 1/2 inch of height as these shock absorbers get squeezed and the water comes out of them. Then when you're asleep, they rehydrate. One of the advantages, I think, of Roger's device is that you can do this during the day too and give yourself kind of a break from the constant pressure on your back and on these shock absorbers to allow them to rehydrate by taking all the pressure off and letting them have some freedom. People that get on a standard routine and do it again and again do far better than people that go for 3 weeks of therapy and then re-injure again in a year, go for 3 weeks therapy. A daily routine, which is what Roger's recommending, I think is a very good way of getting your back in great shape so that as we stay vertical for our lives, we don't start breaking down later on.
I'm an iron worker. I've been an iron worker for 34 years now, and from when I first started, I had a bad back. When you have a bad back, you're limited. I tried everything. I got on the teeter, and then I just got upside down, and I stretched out, and the first time I twisted, I felt like this is something right here. I felt it like just alleviating, just stretching. Now I can go out, I can go play basketball, go walking with the kids. It doesn't matter because I'm already stretched out. I'm limber. This is the best investment I ever made on my back. I'm a new person. That's what I came to be. I'm a new person. That's how I feel.
People from all different backgrounds, all different careers, all different ages. It works,
It does. And it's 3 to 5 minutes.
That's it.
Right? It's natural. It's real relief. I mean, that's the thing that really matters to me in this day and age is we're so ready to take something and it deals with the symptoms only. Your back is still screaming. It's getting worse. You're not doing anything to change the trajectory of your life. You're learning to maybe cope with it. Do you want to cope with it or do you want to go to the source? Do you want to get real relief? Do you want to have something that's in your home that gives you control? I mean, to me, the thing that really stands out is the freedom. Right, the freedom to do what you want to do.
And that's one of the big words for this. I mean, it is freedom. There's a lot still to get to. I definitely want to talk about safety because this is the safest inversion table on the market for obvious reasons, but I do want to go live to a phone call and welcome somebody on in. Welcome to HSN. You're with Riley and Adam. What's your name and where you're calling from? Caller? Hello? If you can hear us, you're live on HSN. What's your name?
My name is Alfred.
Alfred, welcome to the show. You're with Riley and Adam. Do you already have a Teeter table?
Absolutely. I got it about less than a year ago, back in May.
Tell us about it.
I'm telling you, shorter than a miracle, this is the best investment I have ever done in my life.
That's great.
I was diagnosed with sciatica by my doctor, and I know you guys can make any claims, anything like that at all. However, I was told that I needed to receive physical therapy maybe twice a week or something like that, and I was not about doing that at all. So what I did is, like clockwork, I was watching TV. I saw the table on TV on HSN. I said, why not? Let's give it a shot. And it was very easy to put together. I actually put it together myself within a couple of minutes.
Awesome.
And I went full inversion my first try. and it just clicked. It was instant. And from there on, I'm telling you right now, this is the best thing I have ever done for my back. The best investment I have ever done is this table. And the reason why I decided to come on TV and say this is because it works. It just works.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Wow.
That is what this does.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we've been on 21 years, is because we deliver on the promise. I'm so happy for you, Alfred. How often do you use it?
I'm like you, like on maintenance, I probably do it like once on a daily basis. I do it after work.
Okay.
One thing that nobody has said anything about, and I'm about to right now, is this product is not only a great product, but the company, it's amazing. Customer service is by far the best customer service you have ever encountered.
Wow.
If you have questions, if there is anything that you need, you call the 800 number and boom, they're backing up their product, giving you what you need. I am telling you, I am thrilled. I'm absolutely ecstatic and over the moon over this product. I will highly, highly recommend it to anybody that has any issues with back or whatever the case might be. I'm serious. When I tell you this is shorter than a miracle, I'm not exaggerated. I'm not being paid to make this phone call. I'm just telling you the honest to God truth. This product works, and it works the way that you guys are describing it.
Alfred, from Riley and myself, we thank you so much. We wish you continued good health.
Yes.
Thank you, sir, very much.
Oh, you're welcome, guys, and keep up the great work. This is absolutely awesome.
Wow. Thank you, Alfred.
Thank you.
How does that make you feel?
It's amazing, isn't it? It truly is. I mean, you think about where he was at before.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of times your options are so limited.
Yeah.
It's pills, it's more aggressive things that you need to do. I mean, he was looking at physical therapy twice a week. I mean, that's an impact to your job.
Yeah.
That's an impact. In fact, you know, I mean, we've had groups specifically with sciatica, a study where the physical therapy, one group also had a teeter for a few minutes. This is all the stuff that we sent to the FDA when we got registered. This is why we became indicated for so many different conditions. Is there are studies out there that are showing that teeter can help you with serious things. I mean, spinal degenerative joint disease, that's osteoarthritis.
We're not kidding around with
right,
this. Yeah.
It's not kidding around. We are talking about major conditions that you can help your body help itself with, right? This is something, again, it's a maintenance program. We're not curing, but you're gonna feel better. You're gonna move better. You're gonna be able to go to a maintenance program of 3 to 5 minutes, stretch, relax. It feels good.
Yeah.
I mean, you are truly releasing tension.
Yes.
You are, hey, you know what we haven't talked about?
Tell me.
One of the big benefits is correcting posture.
Right.
Right? So you talk about things you can also see in the mirror.
Yeah.
It is, when we realign the spine, what happens? We correct our posture, right? We see that. And if you look around, we got bad posture as a nation. We really do. And it changes the way you look in your clothes. Right? You tilt those hips, now all of a sudden you got a belly. You slouch those arms, everything's drooping. I mean, it's true. And not only that, but it further exasperates back pain because your bones aren't in proper alignment anymore. They can't best resist gravity. So getting good posture is critical to so many different aspects of just staying healthy.
5-year warranty is included. We have Another phone call we're going to take. I just want to say this to you. First and foremost, yes, we know it's the best price in America. We know it's the top of the line model, the one that was just released with all the upgrades. Instead of spending $450, while Riley is here, and this is the last show, there are no more shows after this next 20 minutes, the price goes up. While Riley is here, you get the lowest price, best value. So for $329, and of course we maxed out our flex pay to make it easy as possible to get home at less than $55 plus tax. If you are watching this program live on this Monday night and you are thinking, I can't do it, it's not for me, I'm scared of it, you're wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. You gotta stop that. You gotta stop that. There's too many people that think that.
Read the reviews, because those same people that thought that,
they reference it.
And they talk about it, they go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I waited so long, right?
You've got to get that frame of mind gone, because it will help you. Back pain solution, you're looking at it. Let's go to the phones again. Welcome to HSN. You're live with Riley and Adam. What's your name and where are you calling from? Caller, can you hear us?
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Tony.
Hi, Tony. Welcome to the show. Tell us, do you already have a Teeter table?
Yes, I do. I bought one years ago, and I used it when I worked out.
Right.
I stopped working out, and I gave it to a guy because he was having a problem with his back.
Okay.
And after I gave it to him, about 2 or 3 months later, you guys was on again, and I wound up buying me another one.
Right.
I don't have any none of those medical issues, but I like to get on it after I work out.
Yeah. You know why? Because working out is compressive on the joints, right? You got to wait. What's going to happen? You're going to further compress the discs in the back. So this is a great opportunity to decompress after a workout.
Yeah, and I don't want any of those problems. So I get on it every night about maybe 5, 7, 8 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, because I just get relaxed after I've worked out, you know.
Yeah.
And I said, well, let me get off of this.
Well, that's reason enough. Oh, Tony, what would you say to anybody who's considering buying this tonight?
I think they should get it, and they will be happy with it.
Happy with it.
Great.
Great words, Tony. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tony.
See, Tony's smart, because it's about avoiding the back pain, right? You don't want it. And that's something, when you're considering this, that makes it for the whole family, right? Because one person may have back pain, the other person may not. But they don't want back pain, right? Maintaining the health of the spine, keeping the discs rejuvenated, keeping them at their full height capacity. Look, that means keeping your flexibility, keeping your mobility, the ability to stay active, of course, because with the vertebrae further apart, you have the range of motion. But more importantly, when these discs stay fat and happy, hydrated and happy, then we have the full height for the nerve roots to exit. This is all the communication between the brain and the rest of the body. These get pinched, you have pain. So just by going into inversion and keeping those discs hydrated, it's kind of like a potted plant, right? Have you ever left a potted plant while you've gone on vacation or just plain forgot about it? And you come back and the soil is thin and it is separated, right? That's kind of a degenerative disc, which is one of the items on the list from the FDA.
Interesting. Right.
And what happens when you first water it is the water just goes whipping right through, right? It doesn't actually moisturize the soil because it's gotten so dry. And you have to keep at it for a while before that soil gets moist. That is what's happening with your disc. When you really waited too long to get this and you are wrecked and ruined, you have got to go through a process to help get those discs to be able to maintain the moisture. And that's why the periods of relief get to be longer. Because the first time you use it, you're just like that potted plant. You go into inversion, the discs will hydrate, and then you come back upright. You know, you get a little bit, you got to maintain a little bit, but you know, the pressure comes back on. That's why frequency, if you have one of those FDA indicated conditions, one of those 10 conditions like sciatica, herniated disc, you need to be, you know, using it frequently. It's not a long duration. It's not 30 minutes. It's 3 to 5 minutes, a couple times a day.
We are thrilled that you're loving this and that so many folks are taking advantage. at this late stage in the game. I know this is Riley's last show, and obviously, as I said, only while Riley's here or Roger's here, the price is discounted. So if you are thinking of it, definitely do it before the end of the hour. One thing to bear in mind, even if you don't order this evening, please, please, please carry with you the information that if you are ever to buy an inversion table, always insist that it is a Teeter table.
That is
Why
huge.
is that a good and fair
Okay,
statement?
well, I'm gonna tell you something. Teeter is the only brand that actually has that FDA registration for all those 10 different back pain conditions. We are the only one that's UL safety certified, and in a bit we're gonna show you a video about what that means.
Fabulous.
That is safety for sure, is it critical. We're the only one that's 85% pre-assembled.
Nice.
We have the longest warranty in the industry
5 years.
5 years, and we've really built this entire product for the benefits. It is totally unique to anything out there. This is a hard surface. It is firm.
Yeah.
Why is that? It's because we need to have body slide, right? We need to decompress. Don't be fooled by memory foam or things like that. Your body sinks in. You don't slide. You don't need a bed. You got a bed.
Right.
You need somewhere where you can get back pain relief. So this is a firm surface. This is an upgrade you're getting today, which is huge. This one is up and off the frame. This is actually a floating suspension system. Can you guys see that? Look at those in the back. There's actually balls in here to take it up off the frame here even more so that it moves. It moves with you. That's huge. That's a huge, huge upgrade.
The new table.
That's part of what makes this really new. And this is all thanks to you guys. This is HSN design because of the reviews. That was the one thing. Hey, it's a little uncomfortable. I wish it was softer.
Yeah.
This back arch that really targets sciatica. You've got the muscle relaxation nodules. You've got the easy reach handle. We've even built in little bumps to the table. Look at that. That's a little grip and stretch handhold so you can add more traction.
I see it there,
They're
yeah.
actually in the bed too, in the frame, in the actual bed that you can grip
It's
on.
evolved.
I mean, it's all about built for the benefits.
Yeah.
But the big one is the FDA and the safety, okay? Because let me tell you something. With our popularity, we've been doing this 38 years. With our popularity, there's been copycats.
Of
right?
course.
They don't meet UL. Why is this critical? Because UL is an independent safety certification.
Strict.
Right, you don't need me to say we're safe. You need somebody that's independent, and they do these testing. That was a static load of 1,200 pounds.
Yeah.
That means it's 400% safety factor. It holds 4 times the user weight capacity of 300 pounds. You saw that robot cycling with 300 pounds. That goes 30,000 times.
Jeez.
Right? And it's actually amazing that the other ones, they can't do that. They can't pass that. And that is because they use the wrong steel. Not only is it the wrong steel, but it's thinner steel, right? The tubing may look similar, but it's actually thinner. So look at this. This is huge. This is a comparative study.
Right.
You can see that top line is Teeter. Now, it exceeds that little dash line that says safety requirement, right? Sounds important.
Sure.
That is what UL designated you had to meet, which is 30,000 cycles. We exceeded it. In fact, when that testing was over, my dad got on that same table and did sit-ups, right?
Amazing.
Every other table failed at around average of 10% of the spec value.
Wow.
That is broken and torn metal.
Right.
I mean, serious
That's scary stuff,
failures.
sure.
These things looked like they'd been in a car accident. They were twisted, the beds were pulled down. It is amazing with the cycling of the table.
Yeah.
It works the metal like a coat hanger, right? Back and forth.
Yeah.
And eventually, what does a coat hanger do?
Of course, it's gonna break.
Which is what ordinary steel does. So this is UL safety certified. They come and inspect our factories at random. We don't know when they're coming, 4 times a year to make sure we're keeping up to the standards. So this is something where you are assured quality, you are assured safety. This is built to last a lifetime.
Well, we are T-minus 9 minutes, everybody. So there is a lot of folks ordering, not quite as many left as we'd like. It's been a busy couple of days for Riley and Roger and Teeter. Do you want to do phone calls? Should we go to Matt
do we have
first?
a phone call?
We do have a couple phone calls.
Okay,
Roger.
yeah,
Do you want to do
sorry,
that?
yes,
There's
sure.
a lot of people who want to say hello and tell us their story. Welcome to HSN. You're with Riley and Adam. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Patty. I'm calling from San Carlos, California.
How fabulous. Patty, talk to us. Do you already have this?
I do have it. And I have to say, watching it on TV, you've got a lot of nice-looking, thin people who look like they're in great shape and all that. Well, I am not that person.
That's you, man.
I'm a fat lady who's in my late 60s, and I have all the things that you have on the list, all the things that hurt. And I was going through physical therapy and taking pills, and I just thought, okay, I'm going to take a chance. I'm way less than what it says, you know. So I bought it, and I was scared, just like you were saying. I was afraid to do it.
Yeah.
But I did it. I put it together. I knew how strong it was, how sturdy it was.
Good.
And I got on it, and I haven't gotten off. Well, you can't say that, but I use it every day. I use it every day. And I haven't been back to physical therapy, and I don't take pain medicine anymore. And it really does help with my sciatica and my exploded, whatever, those discs and all that sort of thing. And even though I weigh a lot, it holds me. So I'm very happy with it. I'm not one of those great-looking, healthy people. I am a real person. I'm sure they are too. But,
we were still
He's kind of
jury's still out on that.
It works for me.
I love that, and I love that you took the chance. I love that you say that you were scared, and it took some courage to try this, but you got control back of your life. I mean, to go from taking pills to not taking pills, that is an amazing accomplishment.
Patty, we want to thank you so much for taking.
Hurt me. Every time I went to work, it hurt me, and I walk a lot at work. I have a lot of responsibilities, and I'm going back and forth all over the place, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Now I can. So it was
huge.
very well worth the time, the effort, the money, the stress. Putting it together, it works.
Oh, Patty, you are a superstar. From all of us here, we thank you. Good night and God bless. They're important words, inspiring words, and powerful words. The biggest thing that I know from doing this, as we stand here looking at you, I know what you're thinking. And I'm not David Copperfield, but I know you're thinking, I can't do this. Come here, look, this is Matt. Patty was talking about Matt. He's in great shape, as you could tell. But you look at Matt and you think, well, maybe I don't look like him. I'm not as lean and mean as Matt. Can I really do this?
Yeah.
I mean, Matt, you've been doing this for how long now?
I've been doing it for 15 years, 14 years.
What do you get out of it?
Well, originally I was a carpenter for 12 years, and that's a really quite physically taxing job, carrying lumber and using power tools in awkward physical positions. So I threw my back out plenty of times, but I was introduced to inversion here, early in that process. So luckily, I knew that I could get on an inversion table. Yeah. Just the day that I'd hurt my back, and then I could actually go to work the next day instead of. Without it, I couldn't even. The next morning, after just tweaking my back, you know, bad enough, I couldn't even reach my feet to put my socks on. It was. Everybody knows that pain, and you can't do anything. So inversion helped me then, and then I actually changed jobs, and I got to sit down in air conditioning in front of a computer all day.
AC.
I was like, oh yes, this is going to be wonderful. But sitting all day for 8 hours was worse than walking around with lumber over my shoulder and using power tools. I had no idea it was going to be bad, but I'd balance on the arms of the office chair, you know, trying to get some relief. And so I'd invert in the evening, just as soon as I'd finished doing that, and so I could get up in the morning and feel okay. And my back was so much better because of inverting regularly that I incorporate it into my exercise routine, and that's what I use it for now, because my back's okay. I threw my back out not so long ago doing something ludicrous, just lifting something stupid. And so I used my inversion table.
He was in England. What were you? Yes, so he had to call me. Hey, I'm in England at my mom's house, and I can't walk. Do you have anywhere nearby that I can go to? Gosh. And we actually, we have a distributor in England, so I called him up. hey, can you get my buddy a table?
That's funny.
It arrived 2 days after he left.
But
it's who you know.
Your mom is loving it.
But my mum is on it, and I wouldn't let my mum get on any other inversion table, only this table, because it's strong enough. I mean, I'd go upside down and do exercises and stuff, so it's definitely very, very strong. But I went to a chiropractor in England. He clicked me and clunked me back into shape, and for a couple of hours, it was really relieving. And then a few hours later, it just went back into the problem. And then I went back the next day, did the same thing, a couple of hours, and then I had another few days, and then I had to fly back. I got back to my inversion table and fixed it myself just by hanging upside down and stretching it correctly.
Hey, Matt, will you do me a favor and show everybody full inversion?
Absolutely.
Here, I can, do you got it?
Okay, yeah.
You're an expert.
Apparently, but we'll see.
Okay, so he's removing the preset angle control so that he can go to full inversion. Now, this table allows you to fully lock out, and you'll see that the bed actually is away from his back. So he is fully inverted and free to do stretches.
Now remember, you do not have to do that to get all the benefits. It shows you though the strength, the power, and really the performance of this table. I want to take one more call. I know there's somebody holding. We just lost her, thank you. If you're there, definitely call on back.
Yes,
we only have a couple of moments left, but the reality is, it's an investment in ourselves. Listen, it's not no money. I mean, it's an investment clearly at $330. I'm excited though today because you're getting the best table that Teeter makes rather than the entry-level table, and you're spending the least amount for it. Only while supplies last, while Riley and Roger are here, do you get that humongous discount. So instead of $450, it's $329. Riley, at this stage in the game, 21 years later, there's only so many things that can be said before it's really put in the hands of other folks. You owe it to yourself to try it, right?
Right, you do. I mean, you've been living with back pain. You know what that's doing to your life. You know how it's impacting those around you.
Debilitating.
I mean, Patty just said she could barely, it was hard to walk at work. I mean, you've got to go to, there's things you have to do in life. And if you're struggling through them, I mean, now she's able to do it. I mean, it's that simple. You give your back the break it needs. Your body wants to perform for you. It wants to be healthy. You just need to give it the opportunity to do it. And we're doing it in 3 to 5 minutes. You never have to go to full inversion. You can set the tether strap and go to whatever angle feels comfortable for you. You are getting our best of the best table with all the features like the traction handles, the easy reach. I mean, this is the best that you can get. And like I said, I mean, it's relief. It's 3 to 5 minutes.
It's a back pain solution, and it keeps you youthful for yourself and all of those around you. We want to thank Mean Matt over there. That's his new name, Mean Matt. The amazing Riley. Riley, give your dad obviously our love and best. We appreciate him. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And thank you, obviously, to all of you out there.
Thank you to our callers.